Hello, my name is Teresita Blanco Diaz's sister, and this is Saturnastra, Chicot. This is chapter 12, part 1, Aragon under new management. After the spooks left, our life regained some sort of normalcy. Chicot had renewed energies as he focused all of his attention in expanding his little empire. The first thing he wished to produce the first thing he wanted to sell were cats. He persuaded the feudal lord to lift the ban on cats on the city. Chicot sold his Aegis cats to be rid of the rat population. In less than 6 months, the rat population had been decimated. They were so rare to see any rodents walking in the street. With them gone, Aragon almost seemed livable. The plague departed along with the rat. People started walking the street, and vendors opened a shop, and people started visiting each other more frequently. There were other types of massive illnesses to consider. Chicot always had water imported from other cities for our own personal use. He also had us wear long-sleeve items which covered most of our skin. Whatever skin was exposed was usually supposed to be covered by a transparent cream to ward away the flies. And when we slept, we had a thin net over our bed, always. As an outreach for the community, Chicot would always give away nets to be placed over people's beds. There was nothing particularly magical about them, but for some reason it made people healthier, and it kept them from being bitten by whatever bug or fly was always swarming around the city. The new year came, and whether a new feudal or overnight the castle had been raided by gods know who. Chicot had apparently expected this as he moved our valuables to the basement he had constructed, and while we waited for the fighting outside to subside, I heard shouting and screaming over us. And above it all, there were some unearthly noises, the likes of which I had never heard before. While the fighting went on, Chicot seemed to be counting with his finger. I asked him, shouldn't we go out and try to help? This fight has nothing to do with us, but if you want to go and die for strangers, be my guest, he said sarcastically. Unlike him, I had been raised with the belief that it was a citizen's duty to fight and die for our Lord. We heard a knocking behind the iron door, and I grew quite tense. A soothing childlike voice said, the fighting is over. You can come out now if you want to. Don't open the door, said my mother in a trembling voice. Don't open the door. It's fine, said Chicot, getting up and opening the door. I held in my breath in suspense, waiting for a brute to beat Chicot to the ground. Chicot exchanged a quick word with the person at the door. He then gestured us to come out. Indeed, the battle had been a massacre, and the undertakers were clearing the freshly killed bodies. The castle was still on fire. It's late. We should return to our rooms and get some sleep. Nothing was broken or stolen. We should be fine for now, but just to be safe, have your main weapons at hand at arm's length, suggested Chicot. I was not able to sleep for the rest of the night. I stood by the window watching the new soldiers marching and the bodies being taken away. From time to time I heard a strange howling over the distance. The night was tenebrous, with a strange silent lightning that sometimes appeared in the sky. The fire in the castle was eventually put out close to sunrise, and somewhat half asleep, I saw the new lord riding with his men in the direction of the castle. The new lord was a stout young general eager to prove himself. Time, bro?
11 minutes.
For the following 4 months, Lord Leo spent his time in the restoration projects of the city. There were plenty of other infrastructure elements that needed attention. The biggest problem was the canal and the stagnant pools of water over the city. His biggest challenge was coping with the smell. Chicot had the brilliant idea of selling the Lord aromatic flowers. Like flowers placed around corpses, the city was filled with aromatic flowers of all shapes and sizes. We made quite a hefty bundle with this government contract. Chicot just knew how to bleed money out of Leo under the guise of improving their community. The last thing Chicot pitched to Leo was something called a benefit gala. He suggested that Leo invite nobles to the party. He would then charge them a modest fee for the entrance and would allow them the option to donate. The proceeds would then be used for charity work. This benefit gala drew in quite a crowd of people from all over the kingdom, and since it was Chicot's idea, he had to be present. He also allowed all of his workers and even me to attend under the condition that we behave ourselves. The gala was to take place in the middle of summer, and Chicot gave me till then to find myself a date. He told me this. We're this, I asked him, why do you keep pushing me to find myself a wife? Because I want your mother to shut up about it. Every day, every night, she talks about it like a broken record. She has me in borderline madness. Either you find a wife or I will. Or I will have your mother pick a girl up for you, said Chicot angrily. But there are no marriageable girls the same race as me in this city, I protested. Excuses. If you're still holding out for Gita, forget it. She's still my wife. And do you think I am blind to your affection for her? And besides, race was not an issue when you were wooing her, commented Chicot. I am surprised at how well you are taking this. Most married men will find any person who's eyeing their pretty wife, I said, smiling. Gita is free to do what she wishes to. I must warn you. If you try something funny, I will kill you, said Chicot, laughing. He then left before I had a chance to protest. Resigned to my fate, I went out to the city to look for a wife. This doesn't prove an easy one. Every girl I'd engaged giggled as they saw me approaching. I was not too keen on marrying somebody who make a mockery of my height. 2 days before the gala, I decided to call it quits. I said to Chicot, just find me someone presentable to go to the ball with. Wait, you actually took what I said seriously? I was just playing with you. Don't let your mother pressure you into marrying young. Just take your time and find the one person who will put up with you, said Chicot, holding his hand to his heart. What he said was undone by the mockery of his tone and his sardonic smile. In the end, since it was mandatory to have a date, Chicot had me go to the party with Paola. She naturally had no objections. The day came for the party, and we were all wearing the most dainty outfits Chicot had designed for us. They were quite comfortable, like the regular dressing gowns of the day. Their plain look contrasted greatly with the shimmering silk fabric. If one looked closer, one could see the handcrafted detail. Chicot too wore an elegant black attire with a black hat with feathers and a cape. The cape was angled over his good arm. Chicot was not the type of man to mask the fact that he was missing an arm. He had his sleeve rolled up and everything to draw even more attention to it. When he entered the ballroom, I smelled a faint odor of charcoal. Even after 3 months, the castle still smelled like it had burned recently. Time, bro?
7 minutes, 20 seconds.
The amenities were far grander than I could have imagined, and after eavesdropping on the conversation, I discovered that Leo had been holding back. Instead of a lavish party, the nobles had been greeted by Leo's frugality, and as a martial warrior, he did not believe in endlessly wasting money, and for him there was such a thing as good enough. The entertainment was quite varied, if the ostentations were lacking, and I spent my time with Paola playing at the craps table. She then suddenly felt like dancing, and Paola had never danced before, so we were awkwardly bumping into all of the other dancers. And through the maelstrom, I bumped into Chicot and Gita. It was amazing to see Chicot dancing with one arm. He was skilled in the control of his dancer, and some of his maneuvers were impressive, even for somebody that had 2 hands. The dancers would trail after him to get a better look. Just as quickly as Paola had felt like dancing, she suddenly dragged me towards the garden and then to the library. After she took me to the bedroom, she said after locking the door, I am sorry, my own master is here at the party, and it will be unwise for me to face him as I am now. What a bother, I said, lying back. Paola sat beside me and she asked, is your mother still giving you a hard time about finding a girl? I nodded in response. We spoke for a bit, and there was eventually a knock on the door, followed by Chicot's voice. The bastard's gone, you can come out now. What bastard? I asked, opening the door. You know, the guy that Paola calls master, said Chicot. What happened to him? Did you kill him? I asked. Chicot struck me with his walking cane, and he said, and you wonder why I never invite you to these events? I'm sorry, I said sadly. Well, you should be, said Chicot, leaving. Time, bro?
5 minutes, 30 seconds.
I sat down by the fireplace and I stared gloomily at it. Paola sat down beside me and she said, there's no need to feel bad. Chicot is simply under a lot of stress as of lately. Yes, it must be stressful managing his little empire, having so many people constantly depending on you, I said flatly. Paola frowned and she shifted beside me, and I could tell she wanted to say something. Instead, she said, we should be heading back, don't you think? I suppose, I said, getting up. After leaving the room, we saw that the ballroom had been cleared up. Instead of having dancers, there were two people dueling. I searched for Chicot with my eyes, and I found him sitting at one of the dining tables facing the duelists. As soon as the two seats had been cleared up, I sat down beside him with Paolo to his right. I asked him, "What's with the duel?" "Duels are trendy in Veraguero, and it is in fact one of their favorite pastimes," explained Chicot. "Well, what if someone dies or gets maimed?" I asked, seeing one of the duelists scraping the shoulder of his opponent. "It's been known to happen. What's important for you to remember is that Veraguero has a strong martial culture, and dueling is just another manifestation of that culture," explained Chicot. The following duelists could not be more mismatched. One was almost a giant, the other was a dwarf that went by the name of Fuge. I remember his name because his name was so weird. He was built like a wedge, more muscle than man. His duel was done over in a flash. Like Sir Richard explained to me, Mafuka started by tackling his opponent's leg. The leg twisted in an odd angle as if the entire weight fell on it. I too had suffered a similar injury, so I recognized the seriousness of a sprained ankle. The duel ended after Mafuka's opponent suffered that injury. It was a bit disappointing, to say the least, that it had ended so quickly. While walking back, Mafuka stopped and he stared at Chicot. Chicot yawned to show his boredom. "See, it's nearing," Mafuka said to Chicot. "Do me, if you're not a coward." "I prefer not, seeing as though I am missing an arm," said Chicot, yawning. "If your arm is a problem, I can easily tie my hand behind my back, or both hands, if it will please you," said Mafuka, laughing. "You certainly do enjoy beating up little boys, don't you, Mafuka?" said Chicot, not getting up. He then added, "I have nothing to prove to you or anyone. I am not so unconfident that I need to prove myself in the eyes of everyone. I know myself, and that is all that matters to me." Theo got up and he gestured to Mafuka. "My dear friend, leave the poor lad alone. You are drunk, and do not see that Chicot is merely a 5-year-old babe." Grumbling, Mafuka said, "You are far too soft, Leo. But I will do as you ask out of respect for your father." It was strange to see the open way Leo and Mafuka conversed. It was rare to see such honesty, even among best friends. Seeing me staring at Chicot, he decided to explain. "They are berserkers. Lying is pointless to them, so they can tell when people lie, and as a result of their curse." I thought that the lying scene was a rumor and nothing more. "So they can really tell when you are lying all the time?" I repeated. "Yes," said Paola. "Their truth-telling ability goes beyond spoken words," explained Gita. "As my mother tells me, if a berserker reads something that is false, they will know that it is fake. That is why their history books are so accurate. They are immune to the illusion spells and just about anything that aims to hide the truth." "That's incredible," I said, and then I added, "But why are they called berserkers? Is it because of their ferocious way of fighting?" "Maybe," said Paola, shrugging her shoulders. "Their people were once hunted near extinction. People took advantage of them because they were nomads and had bronze weapons. Berserkers were a demeaning term designed to dehumanize them. They never forgave the dwarves, the elves, and the orcs for what they did to them," explained Gita. What Gita said gave me a lot to think about. It was hard for me to imagine the sophisticated Veraguero citizens as nomads who did not have iron weapons. They certainly had gone a long way thanks to their illustrious leader, Bersamin. I started to think of what would have become of our little group if Chicot was not there anymore. Alright, that's the end of the chapter. Bye-bye.